In the 21st century, I hardly see the need for the ice cream guy anymore. Sort of like government. When you boil it all down, all the ice cream guy is really just some creepy pedophile in a clown suit who drives a van at an average speed of 6 miles per hour, cranking out nursery rhymes played with bells to attract children. Look, you want ice cream? Get it at Walmart, 24/7, at a quarter of the price it would cost you to buy it from some creepy pedophile clown trying to coax your kids into sucking on his popsicles. At least you can be assured knowing that the popsicles that you buy at Walmart will only fund the economic rape of children, rather than the sexual rape of children. These guys ain't in it for the money. Where I live, gas is pushing $4 a gallon. Whatever the profit margin these guys make from hustling ice cream sandwiches to little kids who live on dead-end streets wouldn't even begin to cover the cost of gas, even at an average speed of 6 miles per hour. And we haven't even gotten into dairy expenditures yet. A lot of people are lactose intolerant. What a shock. Who would have thought that drinking the milk of an animal that can weigh up to 1.5 tons might be a little harsh on your tummy? And it's weird, if you think about it. The idea of drinking milk from the tit of a woman would gross most people out. But for some reason, freely drinking the milk of a 2,500-pound beast is totally sanctioned by society. Funny how we've been programmed. God bless the dairy corporations and their ability to shape perception. But that's not my point. My point is how totally hot it would be to suck milk straight out of a hot chick's tits. And how we've all been conditioned to think that this is not so totally hot and nutritious. Our perception has been warped. Remember when the soup corporations and their soup Nazi propagandists tried to indoctrinate us all with the soup is good food mantra? Total bullshit that was. Soup isn't food. It's a fucking drink that you eat out of a bowl with a spoon. Very inefficient. When you boil it all down, all soup is just some derivative of V8. Personally, I think the only people who should be condemned to eating soup should be people who can't chew. And that's about it. I think the only type of soup that I could potentially ever enjoy would have to be some type of soup that had solidity. Like food. I like pizza. I ordered a pizza the other day. When I got there to pick it up, the guy asked me what my number was, and I had forgotten. So I told him I thought it was either 77 or 79. I tried to haggle with him and made an offer to average it out at 78, but he lowballed me and wouldn't budge past 77. I live near a famous pizza joint. I don't know why it's famous. The pizzas don't come with cheese by default. You have to pay extra for it. Which to me is like a hooker charging extra for an orgasm. But I guess it depends upon your point of view. And how much it's been manipulated. Like with the U.S. PSYOP that depicts Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda as the good guys in Syria and previously Libya. While I never held the honor of working for the CIA or the U.S. military, I fully support the terrorists, like Obama does, but in my own little way. I pay my taxes. Obama loves Al-Qaeda. That's why he's arming them in Syria, and christening them with the title of the Syrian rebels, of which 95% are not from Syria, which would be like, for example, China arming Mexicans to overthrow the American government on American soil and referring to them as the American rebels. which frankly I wouldn't have a problem with, in that they aren't a bunch of head-chopping cannibals like Al-Qaeda is. These lovely people proudly posted a video of themselves beheading a Christian and then feeding the bodily remains to dogs, which really reinforces my respect for Obama's appreciation of the miraculous web of life and how everything's interconnected and eternally recycled. But the infighting amongst Obama's Al-Qaeda terrorists has been heating up for quite a while now. Apparently, the primary factor fueling the divisiveness is rooted in a major disagreement over cannibal recipes. One faction thinks that Allah disapproves of eating women without their faces covered, while the other group thinks it's okay to eat them either with or without a veil. Predictably, Obama, being the liberal that he is leaning toward siding with the latter group. Like Obama, John McCain is also an enthusiastic supporter of Al-Qaeda. In fact, he illegally met and conspired with a bunch of these head-chopping cannibals, which is pretty ironic coming from a guy who fought to ban MMA, mixed martial arts. He likened it to human cockfighting. I guess McCain only likes sports where lots of people die. What a bizarre contradiction. I'm beginning to wonder if that hideous growth blooming from his jaw is an evil Siamese twin that's the one that's actually in control of McCain's body and speech. But not his bladder control. That's all on McCain. He's old and he drinks a lot of soup. A lot of people view Obama as not only someone who doesn't deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, but as someone who is a terrorist and a war criminal who deserves to be shot before a firing squad. But I oppose bloodshed. So I propose a lynching. I guess it all depends upon how you look at it. I think the world would be a much better place if more people realized just how evil it is.